Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I just had the score of an actual lifetime, so I wanted to show you my book haul. I've gotten many of these recently, but many of these just as soon as today of this recording. And those are Ranger's Apprentice 1 through 11. If you know me, I'm a big Ranger's Apprentice fan. I have read up to book 8 at this point, which I decided last year I was going to read through all the books. Still working on it, but not too bad at this point of a pace. So, first, let's look at the soft covers, since I've built it up so much. Here we have The Ruins of Gorlan, book number 1, where it all began. Where it all began. Oh yes. What? No way. I'm getting through this at a record pace. Alright, so one of my favorite book series of all time, probably actually number 1 if you don't count Star Wars. So, on the back here it says, "The Rangers, with their shadowy ways, have always made him nervous. And now 15-year-old Will has been chosen as a Ranger's apprentice. But what he doesn't yet realize is that the Rangers are the protectors of the kingdom who will fight the battles before the battles reach the people. And there is a large battle brewing. The exiled Mogareth, Lord of the Mountains of Rain and Night, is gathering his forces for an attack on the kingdom. This time, he will not be denied." And it's actually in very solid condition. We got the spine here. The back isn't looking too shabby either. And overall, for 50 cents, oh my gosh, 50 cents for an excellent condition book. Just W thrift store finds. We've also got The Burning Bridge. Oh, that is good. That right there is a bumped mic. But that is good. Oh, God. I'm gonna have to do that more often. Here we've got book number 2 of, let's get our handy dandy pen here, RANGERSAPPRENTICE. So, this is a continuation book. I used to not remember these books, but I remembered that I loved them. I remembered the first one very well, but now I remember the second one even well. It is a continuation of the journey from Will's apprenticeship after he is chosen to be a ranger by Halt. Halt ends up taking him on a journey, getting them in a battle with some very fierce creatures. Let's just say that. Somehow, I opened that book backwards. I've been reading too much manga. Let's see. What do we have here? We can go back to the Kalkara. The Kalkara is what I was thinking of. They're these dark, mythical beasts that are very hard to kill unless you're a ranger, and unless if you know what you're doing. But now we are officially looking at Malgareth face to face, because Malgareth in the first book, he sent the Kalkara. So, oh, that is so good. So, those are dealt with, and Will, along with his trusty compadre, aka teammate, Alice. What am I thinking Alice for? Yeah, I was completely wrong there. Will and Evelyn go to a bridge where Malgareth's army is on the other side. They've recently finished, or are almost finished, building this bridge that connects Malgareth's land to the land that Will serves and protects. And they end up burning it down, but they are captured. They are captured. And it isn't until the third book that we truly see the cliffhanger for the burning bridge. Amazing. Also, spoiler alert, a little late, I'll put it back earlier. I won't spoil every book though. We will spend some time on the ASMR aspect. Oh, whoops. That's right, that's the page I was on. Oh, no, that one. Maybe. Oh, no. Oh, it turns out I already read this book. Captured. Kidnapped and taken to a frozen land after the fierce battle with Lord Malgareth. Will and Evelyn are bound for Scandia as captives. Halt has sworn to rescue his young apprentice, and he will do anything to keep his promise, even defying his king. Expelled from the Rangers, Halt is joined by Will's friend Horace as he travels toward Scandia. On their way, they are challenged again and again by freelance knights, but Horace knows a thing or two about combat. Soon his skills begin to attract the attention of warlords for miles around. But will he and Halt be in time to rescue Will? Not even gonna spoil that for you. Which book is where? Which book is where? Here we have Ranger's Apprentice. This is the newer front, I believe. I could be. No. Maybe. Book 4, The Battle for Scandia. All these were like 50 cents. It's insane. Let's see. We'll read the foreword to Leone for always believing. We'll read the first paragraph on the first page. It was a constant tapping sound that roused Will from his deep, untroubled sleep. He had no clear idea at what point he first became aware of it. It seemed to slide unobtrusively into his sleeping mind, magnified and amplified inside his subconscious until it crossed over into the conscious world, and he realized he was awake and wondering what it might be. Oh This is a good book. This is a real good book. And the great thing about Ranger's Apprentice is all of the books tie in really nicely together. The character arc of Will is constantly changing for the better. He's always meeting new friends, gaining unlikely allies, and eventually a little bit of a love interest blossoms. If you read it and you start to get an idea of who it is, you might be wrong. But here we do have the start of the next journey. Now, there are some discrepancies on the way to read these books, and we're going to switch away from Ranger's Apprentice after this one, I swear. So John Flanagan went back after books 6 and wrote book 7 because he felt like Will had a little something to learn still. And he did. He needed that mission. However, some people say you can read book 7, I believe, before book 5 or book 6. Book 6 is The Siege of Mackinaw. But this is book 5. Captured. Will is captured again is insane. Will is finally a full-fledged ranger with his own fief to look after. The fief seems sleepy, boring even, until Lord Siren, master of a castle far in the north, is struck down by a mysterious illness. Joined by his friends Alice, Will is suddenly thrown headfirst into an extraordinary adventure, investigating fears of sorcery and trying to determine who is loyal to Lord Siren. As Will battles growing hysteria, traitors, and most of all, time. Alice is taken hostage and Will is forced to make a desperate choice between his mission and his friend. Banger of a book in book 7 definitely is supposed to take place before this one. But I think there are some references to book 5 and 6 and 7, but the way he wrote it, he wanted 7 to come out before these two. But before we get to those two, or the last part of those two, I want to show off the book I literally just got. Steel Ball Run, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 7. Part 7. Part 7. Volume 1. We've got some sort of green lipsticked woman on the front. We don't know who that is yet, but if you look on the back here, she is also there. And honestly, I really liked Jolene Cujo. I said Joestar. I had to take that out because that was just wrong. There's a very good reason it's wrong. But manga is super interesting. I've been getting very into it recently. In the past, I've bought a little, but I never got around to reading it yet. But with this one, I literally could not start reading it. I've been waiting for this book for so long. As you can see, I'm almost at the end of the first chapter. Haven't had much time to read, but in the small amounts I do, I definitely do. But the reason I haven't gotten very far in this book is because of this other manga here. Dragon Ball Volume 1. Oh my gosh. I freaking love this. This is basically a shot for shot from the show. I saw the show first, absolutely loved it. Honestly, I have a very interesting take on Dragon Ball because of how I watched it. Goku is my favorite character, and Dragon Ball the original is my favorite series. I've watched Dragon Ball and I've watched Dragon Ball Z Kai, and by far Dragon Ball is my favorite. Story by the late great Akira Toriyama. We've got the flying Nimbus. We can see a bit of the power pole there, and Goku's tail. Currently, I am past 1-2 Yamcha-cha. I am actually in chapter 11, I believe. Tailed 9, Dragon Ball's in danger. Continue to Frypan Mountain. Yamcha and Goku fight, but Goku ate this time, and into the fire is where I am. Having escaped more or less unscathed from Yamcha's second attack, our heroes press on in search of the 6th Dragon Ball, and 2 days later, and that's where the text box ends. I am so happy that I get to spend a little more time with Dragon Ball, with reading the manga for it. I recently found Shonen Jump, which I did not know was a thing till I happened across it, and $3 a month, yes please. So now I can read my book on the go and not have to ruin it or worried about having it stolen. It's rough out here. It wouldn't be a book haul if I didn't show off something Star Wars. This is a library copy, so it has the, oh wow, it has the outer layer of plastic, which means it's very well preserved actually, other than the pages, but we'll call that artistic integrity. Praise for Justina Ireland. Okay, so the back is not the description. We're not going to read the description of this one. We're going to just admire. Though Justina Ireland is very good, I am currently reading or rereading Light of the Jedi, so I'm restarting the High Republic from book 1 because I just needed to basically restart. I had only read book 1 up to that point, and I was like, you know what, I'll restart, I'll read this book, and we'll go from there. Next up, we got a little bit of a different one here. Harley Quinn. Reckoning by Rachel Allen. A gripping and witty whodunit. The version of Harley Quinn is my new fave super villain in the making, and I can't stand to read more. Sure, it's misogyny with science and features a girl gang that readers won't be able to get enough of. Every girl who's ever been pushed aside, overlooked, or held back will root for Harleen and clamor for more. And that's Lisa Maxwell, both from the New York Times. There actually are other books like this, I didn't know that. Black Canary does have one, Catwoman does have one, Wonder Woman has one, Batman and Superman do have them as well. There is a lot about the author. Oh my gosh, look at that. All of that is about the author. Okay, maybe I'm capping. Oh, there's a second one, and it gives a little bit of that book in here. Wait, what? Is there a second book? So, they have chapters of Superman in here too. What? So apparently that's not all about the author. Shout out to DC for like a chapter or two for free of 2 extra books. That's insane. Here, I just flipped to this book page. MWF schedule. Bianca Alejandra Narvaez Espinosa. 7 a.m. leaves her apartment to go running. 7:40 a.m. goes back inside. 8:40 leaves apartment to go to class. 9 a.m. quantum mechanics 2. 10 a.m. drinks a cookie dough flavored protein shake while lifting at the campus gym. 11 a.m. condensed matter physics 1. 12 p.m. lunch. 1 p.m. statistical mechanics 1. 2 p.m. works at the physics machine shop. 5 p.m. leaves to go back to apartment. 5 p.m. plus sometimes runs errands, rarely goes out with friends, usually has dinner alone. I'm assuming in parentheses. Often see her doing homework at her desk by the window, parentheses, unless it's Friday and she's babysitting. In parentheses, turns out her light between 10 p.m. and midnight. Turns out her light between. I wonder how hard it would be to get her alone. I guarantee you how I just closed this book is how Harley closes it when she wrote that line. But let's do the fun thing and do like a speed run after these last 3 Ranger's Apprentice books that I do know and have read. We're into the hardcovers now. These were $1. It's insane, bro. I'm so happy that I got these. This is book 6, The Siege of Mackinac, Ranger's Apprentice. Pretty good book. It's part of the 5th book. It's the extension of the 5th book. It finishes by Will needing to overcome some challenges and complete a siege of Castle Mackinac to save the kingdom. Book number 7, I guess we are going into lightning round. Book number 7, Eric, the Scandian they met in book 4, gets captured after making a foolish decision and one of his people betrays him. He gets taken and needs help from Will, Evelyn, who is now known as Cassandra, and Horace, and Halt. Yes. The epic adventure of the year. It's got the previous 6 books on here. Now we get into the one I'm reading, The Kings of Clonmel, book 8. I'm not too far into this. A couple hours into the audiobook because I love John Keating and how he reads with the voices. In fact, I believe it's book 5. That is, book 5 was John Keating, but they took it off of Audible because of some weird mistake with the audiobook. So I went out and bought the physical audiobook. That's how much I enjoy him. So in this book, we learned so far that Halt is in definite peril. Spoiler alert for the next book. And his brother is King of Clonmel. And so much is happening. Will, Halt, and Horace are all sent to deal with this insurgency of a cult. Halt was first, then Horace and Will follow after Crowley, the Ranger Corps leader, asked them to. And where I'm at right now, Halt is stuck up on a hill and trying to figure his way down, while Horace and Will are seeing the destruction that the cult is causing, because they are not a kind one at all. Next up, we've got Book 9, Halt's Peril. Just said it, that was my heads up. Apprentice to one, hero to all. I refuse to read the descriptions right now, because we're in uncharted territory, and it's like movies. If I liked the trailer, I don't want to read the description. Sometimes it just like spoils plot points, especially because we're several books ahead now. The Emperor of Nihonsha. This is the final battle. It's got the certification right there. Book number 10, clean looking hardcover. Apprentice to one, hero to all. Here we've got book 11, Wasn't the Last of the Adventures. Book 11, The Lost Stories. There is a 12th one, it's called The Royal Ranger. I do have the hardcover as well, but I didn't get it from this little shopping trip. On the back here, we've got all 10, and book 12 actually came out like it feels like way after book 11, but maybe it's because I took a break from the series. Okay, so we have 3 more books here. Brother Band Chronicles. Book 1. I'm leaving. Book 1, The Outcast. This is a companion to the best-selling Ranger's Apprentice from John Flanagan. There are 44 chapters in this book. That's a lot of chapters. Here is the one I had, book 2, The Invaders. We've got someone right here with a sword and a shield being attacked by what I can only assume is the invader. Book 2, this is very clean. They went with the glossy finish on this one. And weirdly enough, it does have the Ranger's Apprentice books on the back here. If you can see that here, that is the Lost Stories. Checking the camera. So, while Brother Band was coming out, John Flanagan still only had 11 Ranger's Apprentice books. I was trying to say A first, I don't know why. And here's the last book we got, The Hunters. And that's book 3. Honestly, I know zero about Brother Band, other than now I own the first 3 in hardback, and I actually do own the series. I was reading through Ranger's Apprentice, so then I could go to the Royal Ranger, so then I could go to Brother Band. There's a lot to read. There's a lot to be had here. There's a lot of fun. But that is it for this video. It was so much of a blast being able to share this with you. I love Ranger's Apprentice. I've loved Steel Ball Run. I've loved Dragon Ball. I'm just enjoying reading. It's insane. Like, high school me stepped away from reading. I loved reading in elementary and middle school. Stepped away for no reason in high school. And then came back to it now that I'm post-graduation of college. And I did read a lot in college. And yeah, that is it. we're going to have to bring the mic, or that sound, we're going to have to bring that back. Book gripping. Alright, I will see you in the next video.